Welcome. I'm Father Kevin, and this is Alert to Good News. Here's a video reflection on the Gospel for Sunday, March 12th, the third Sunday of Lent. You may have heard about the teenager who asked his dad if he could have use the family car. The father replied, "Let's talk after you raise your grades, do your chores, and get a haircut." 3 months later, the teenager reported his grades were up and his chores were done well. The father said, "You haven't got a haircut." The teen replied, "Moses had long hair, Jesus too. What's the big deal?" The father noted, "They walked, so why not forget the car and walk?" You can guess what the teenager did. He got a haircut. In today's gospel, Jesus is life-giving water for the woman at the well. Through the waters of baptism, God is already transforming you and me into new, godlike creatures. Jesus asked for water from a woman of questionable character and from a despised people, the Samaritans, only to engage her in a conversation about thirst. Jesus reveals who he is, the source who can satisfy our quest for meaning. In faith, the woman discovers new purpose in life through her encounter with Jesus, and she heralds the good news to her fellow Samaritans. We all thirst, some simply for a decent livelihood, others for health, wealth, pleasure, and power. Still others seem to thirst for purpose in life. Lent is a time to ask ourselves, what on earth am I here for? What am I living for? And how integrate these questions into the here and now. Often people imagine, my life will begin when I get a new job, when I get my degree, when I rebuild my home, when my child gets well, when I retire someday. Life will begin someday in the future. Naomi Levy, in her book Hope Will Find You, wrote that while caring for her critically ill child, she wondered when could the dreams and goals she had for herself be realized. She wrote, "And just then, something snapped inside my soul. This is my future, the present, the here and now." She thought of people who were thinking life was around the corner, fooling ourselves into thinking our lives hadn't begun. But all of us have to learn to live inside the imperfect lives we have here and now. Today, Jesus urges us to live to the fullest. The Lenten season is a time for finding our way out of our winters of negativity, our deserts of self-absorption, our wilderness of disappointments. These days before Easter are a time for deciding what we believe to be truly important and meaningful, and then acting upon them today. Our Christian faith proclaims that life has meaning, that there is indeed an all-good, compassionate, and merciful God who seeks us out in our everyday experiences. This God became incarnate, became in flesh, in Jesus of Nazareth. And through his death and resurrection, God reestablished his friendship with us, with you and me, and opened up to you and me life beyond this earthly life. This same God is alive among us today by the power of the Spirit, especially in the sacramental life of the church. This is the mystery of the triune God. One God yet diverse, stable yet dynamic, transcendent yet immanent. The triune God abides in you and me, and we abide in the triune God. And we can participate in God's triune life here and now and hereafter by living a life of prayer, by fasting from attitudes and behaviors that jeopardize our relationship with God and with one another, and by enjoying a life of generous service to one another. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you, and may you always be alert to good news. Have a grace-filled Lenten season.
Thank you for watching this video. You can see more videos here or simply subscribe by hitting the button below.